Hello, welcome to the Gemini new moon tidings video. So the Gemini new moon happens on the 13th of June this month. So I'm really excited about this new moon. A couple reasons. I was just really drawn. I wasn't going to do a video for you guys, but then I was just really excited about this new moon and looking at the astrology and stuff. And I was just compelled to do this and to specifically draw a card for each of the signs and what this, new moon in Gemini energy is doing for each of us. So I'm going to pull a card for each of all the 12 signs today. If you want, you can go ahead and fast forward to your signs interpretation and reading here, intuitive reading. But before we get into the cards here, I've got to tell you about some of the astrology. Okay. So I'm going to start shuffling away here, and then we'll draw the rest as soon as the first card pops out. Okay. So Mercury on the 12th, before the 13th and the new moon, Mercury moves into the sign of Cancer. And so, with the sign being in Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, the moon is all about our intuition and our emotions, how we're feeling, how we are simply emoting, right? Okay, the first card is out, so I'm going to draw the rest. So, communicating our feelings and some of our secret desires even is going to be big the next 2-3 weeks or so while Mercury is in the sign of Cancer, I believe. You're going to feel a lot more ease and just a lot more ease and honestly confidence and peace about communicating your feelings to others and sharing your personal light and perspective with others. So that is going to be happening. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So this sort of airy sharing and verbalizing your intentions like that is beautiful, with it Mercury going into Cancer right before this Gemini new moon. So, that's awesome. It's really looking at, on a deep level, what it is that you want, what it is that you're wanting from others, and how to, properly convey that to yourself and to others. If it's a specific person, that's really going to be highlighted. Where is that watery feeling and emotional sort of side of yourself? Where's that been sitting, and what has been laying deep down there in your subconscious or on your heart that needs to be expressed at this time? So that's amazing. I love seeing that. And then Venus moves into the sign of Leo on the new moon of Gemini as well. And so, with Venus going into the sign of Leo, this is going to collectively kind of spike all of our libido. For one, Leo is a very passionate sign when it comes to sexual things and activities. And also just the way we sort of portray and convey ourselves in a romantic manner is going to be a lot more sort of strong and just powerfully loyal at this time, since it's going to be in Leo as well. And there's just going to be sort of more lightness and happiness around, love and harmony and partnerships. And even because Venus does rule money and abundance as well, even more of a flow and sort of spontaneous and happy-go-lucky shine sort of popping up in that area for us as well. So that's really exciting and beautiful. And then last but not least, I want to point out Mercury is sextiling Uranus on this day as well. So you know, Mercury is really enhanced with this new moon. Mercury is really standing out. Once again, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and then we have two different powerful placements that are happening around the planet Mercury. Okay, so communicating and sharing information, gathering information, receiving information are just mental, where we might be mentally blocking ourselves, where we might be even mentally sort of enlightened and see more sort of plans and routines and stuff kind of formulate and come together. That can happen. All that stuff is really enhanced with this new moon. It's so exciting. And, you know, with it sextiling Uranus at this time as well, it can happen quickly. It can happen quickly. And you know, it is suggested that you give the new moons and the full moons both 3 days before and 3 days after to really see these kind of effects and energies take off, okay? Without further ado, let's get into the cards. I'm going to go ahead and draw an animal spirit guide for all of us as well. And while I do that, look at everything that popped up here. I feel like it's this card. Okay. Ooh, and on the bottom of the deck is Fire Dragon. Talk about passions and expression, self-expression and whatnot being heightened, and dragon power is a very powerful energy and totem to have around. But our ultimate guide here around this Gemini new moon is the frog. So, Mr. Frog. Frog is really unique because, you know, it is a land and water creature. It can maneuver both realms. And the frog does kind of represent kind of coming up from the depths, you know, emerging from our subconscious ways, and our subconscious ways really showing up and being made clear to us around this new moon. And the frog is very much a symbol of alchemy, you know, of creating and producing what it is that you want to see. It's considered to the shamanic people a very sacred and magical sort of creature. And the frog is it represents sensitivity, you know, so especially with the Mercury going into Cancer before this new moon, you know, your sensitivity is going to be a bit heightened right now. And so, you know, words, anything verbal, anything written even, and just those expressions, even nonverbal language, can, you know, you can really pick up on those cues to the sensitivity, feeling yourself being extra sensitive to those things and to the things that people say to you around this new moon. But the beautiful thing about the frog as well is that it is very representative of medicine, of self-healing. And, you know, with this new moon, it's about self-healing through words, through communicating. And really, it's about communicating the depths of your feelings. You know, where you are feeling sensitive right now, where you are feeling a bit touchy, Frog is encouraging you to go ahead and lay it out on the table. So that is collectively for all of us. Okay. And of course, we are going to start with the first sign of the zodiac, and that is Aries. So Aries, here you go. You have the Knight of Wands. Fiery energy like you. Okay, so this Gemini new moon, Aries, is giving you the stamina, the energy, the courage to act, to move on that thing, to move with that person, to take the next step, to take the next leaps. You know, this is the card, Knight of Wands, of full speed ahead, Aries, you know, full action mode and implementing your creative ability and what excites you. And your sexuality could be really heightened right now at this time too, you know, so don't be afraid to express that side of yourself as well, and to kind of change it up and look for more exciting ways to express your love and even sexuality, okay? So, next we have Taurus. So Taurus, you have the Three of Wands for this Gemini new moon. Three of Wands. So this is going to be a good new moon for you seriously to plant seeds of intentions, and not just really, it's not even about planting. I feel like a lot of you Tauruses are going to see a lot of movement, but I'm sensing here with the Three of Wands for you, even though there is movement, there is a little bit of, I'm just getting the feeling and sense that it's background movement. Okay, so there is a lot of movement and projection of things, and there is a little bit of that implementing projects, goals, and setting your eye on the target, Taurus, but it's a lot of in the background, and that's fine. You know, so it's a little bit subtler. It's a little bit subtle for you, Taurus. But whatever it is that you are planning, whatever seeds of intention and whatever you are mapping out and, you know, step-by-step launching here around this new moon, do it. You know, it is meant to be. It is a good move for you. And the horizons look broad and expansive. All right, next we have Gemini. This is your new moon, so this is exciting, okay? Nine of Wands came out for you. So Gemini, with the Nine of Wands, I feel like the Nine of Wands is coming in here to say some of you Geminis might be feeling guarded at expressing your passions, your heart, and your excitement. What it is that is driving you now, and you know what it is that you want. There's just a feeling of holding back some of that and needing a little extra motivation, needing a little extra push. And Gemini, I feel like it's here for you with the new moon. I do. There's just a feeling of being guarded, you know, of watching your back. I feel like some of you Geminis, there's just this feeling and need to watch your back. I'm going to go ahead and Gemini, since this is your new moon, I'm going to go ahead and draw you a clarifier. And boom, here it is. Okay. So Gemini, your clarifier is the Six of Wands. So a lot of fire energy happening, which is complementary for you, Gemini. A lot of fire energy surrounding you. Okay, so Six of Wands. This is about achieving a level of success and of recognition with those around you. So I feel like there could be maybe a tad bit of jealousy at how you are being put in the spotlight around this new moon. It's your new moon, Gemini, so others are going to see you, and they're going to see you sort of in that spotlight, in recognition, in fire mode. And, you know, some people are going to be a little taken aback by it. You're going to feel a little guarded because of that, and sharing your feelings and really communicating your passions clearly. But look, with the Six of Wands, you're being encouraged by Spirit, Gemini, to act. Turn your back on the haters. Like this guy is on the horse. He's moving forward on the horse, or she's moving forward on that horse, and she's back is to these haters over here, these people who, don't really care and who are just expressing, some of their own negativity. Turn your back on it, Gemini. It will serve you well, and it won't harm you one bit, because you're moving forward at your new moon. And you are being put in the spotlight and being recognized for your efforts. So that's gorgeous. Good job, Geminis. Okay, next we have Cancer. Cancer, you have the Page of Cups. Nice little watery energy for you, Cancer. Okay, immediately, what I'm getting with the Page of Cups for you, Cancers, is you're setting the stage. You're setting the stage at this new moon because, the sun is about to go in your sign. And you have the planet Mercury going into your sign. So there are some very important and new messages and confirmations that are coming to you that you need to pay attention to around this new moon. It's about setting the stage for your birthday season, and these new messages and intuitive feelings or downloads that are coming to you, take heed and pay attention, because they are going to take you to the next step. The next step to where you want to be, Cancer. To where and how you want to feel. That feeling of success and of love. So pay attention to the messages coming into you. All right. Next we have Leo. Hi, Leo family. Sorry, shout out, Okay, so Leo, we have the Ace of Wands. Nice little fiery energy for you here. Similar message to Cancer here. With aces as well, there is a newness and a startup. So something is starting up for a lot of you Leos around this Gemini new moon. And there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of positive and glorious potential showing up for Leos with this Gemini new moon. And with Venus going into your sign as well, that is like a little pat on the back from the universe and just a little pick me up for you, Leo. Because I know for a lot of Leos it has been pretty tough out there. But look, Spirit is coming in with some fiery energy to really just fuel you in an exciting way. So whatever is being handed or extended to you around this new moon, Leo, you're being encouraged to take it, or you're being encouraged to seize and to act. You can trust your heart and your gut on this move around this new moon, okay? So beautiful. Next, we have Virgo. Here we go, Virgo. Knight of Swords. Okay, so Knight of Swords. I'm getting it's very much related to your ruling planet, which is Mercury as well. You and Gemini are both ruled by Mercury. So there are some sharp and quick things being communicated, messages being shared with you. There are seriously, if you, Virgo, I feel like, and some of you, if you've been waiting for that message, for that job to call you back, for that person to call you back. It's going to happen. It's going to happen around this new moon. Communication for you is completely key and big, and there could be some sharp tongues. I will say that, Virgo. There could be some sharp and biting sort of words that are exchanged around this new moon. But I feel like it's stuff that really does need to be shared, and that needs to be, you need to really express this in a quick and concise manner. So expressing quickly and concisely these quick communicative messages coming in is going to be right for you, and expressing that in that quick and concise way is right for you, Virgo. Okay? Just beware of the sharp and biting sort of words and tongues, okay? So next we have Libra. Libra, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so air energy here for you, Libra. Okay, that's your element. Four of Swords. I feel like this new moon is really giving you a lot of mental clarity. You know, if there's been a lot of questioning, and there's been a lot of back and forth or up and down with you, Libra, you're getting the insights that you need with this Gemini new moon. You know, you see these swords hanging above this fellow while he's resting. You know, those, just the words and the downloads and the insights are coming to you, Libra. And I'm sensing, you know, it's a very spiritual manner. And you're going to receive the most sort of help and clarity by meditating, resting, through dreams, you know, through yoga, through going out on walks in nature, walks in the park, stuff like that, where you're in a really sort of sacred space, a space that feels sacred and spiritual to you. That is where you're going to get the most benefit and clarity about what it is you're seeking. Okay, so exercise that, Libra. And Scorpio, you have here the Hanged Man. Hanged Man. All right, Scorpio. The first word that is coming to me from this is sacrifice. Sometimes, you know, the Hanged Man can represent something you need to sacrifice, let go of, give up in exchange for something else. So a lot of you Scorpios around this new moon are going to be asked to sacrifice something in order to achieve that other thing, or that, you know, that object, that person, that job, you know, that end result or feeling that it is that you are looking out for. There's a sense of sacrifice. Okay? So you'll know what to do. You'll know and be able to, you're going to be able to choose and sort of collaborate with spirit around this new moon about what it is that you want to let go of. You know, I mean, we always have a say-so, of course, and what we want to let go of, you know, what we're making room for. You're making room for something else better, something else more expansive and enlightening. You see the sun around the hangman's head, something more enlightening that you're making room for. So make room for it, Scorpio. Make the sacrifice, all right? Okay, so next we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the Three of Cups at the Gemini new moon. This is a beautiful time for you Sagittarius to just celebrate and be social with your friends, with your social circle of people, okay? You know, find a way to just have some fun. Having some fun and getting involved in the community and with your friends around this new moon is going to serve you very well. You might learn something, you know, that you perhaps couldn't learn if it was just you sitting at home, you know, or something like that. Or it's simply, you know, this simply could just be a time of needing to refresh and needing to take a break from the work, you know, take a break from your daily life and just be mellow, just be light with other people. You know, find things to smile about. Find people who really match your heart and your feelings right now around this new moon. Benefits are there, okay? And Capricorn. You have the Five of Swords, Capricorn. So with the Five of Swords, Capricorn, what's standing out to me most about the Five of Swords is honestly the gray clouds in this picture. There's a looming sort of uncertainty and questioning around this new moon that might be going around for a lot of you Capricorns. So, and it has to do with some relationships that maybe you have cut off, or relationships you were thinking about cutting off, or just a relationship that you have fought with. So Capricorn, there could be some fights, some outbreaks, some sort of harsh feelings or visions that are being shared, you know, that might be clashing with your own around this new moon in Gemini. So, you know, I feel like the advice though here with the Five of Swords for you too is saying that, look, you know, try to stay middleman as much as you can. You know, try not to get too overly emotional, or try not to be so cold with your own words. You know, try to find the middle ground with the confrontation that's going on, and then you'll see, you know, these people come back and you'll see more of a resolution that feels good. So there you have it, Capricorn. And Aquarius, Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. All right, so some nice little air energy for you, Aquarius. Okay. Some of you Aquariuses might be working and communicating closely, or going through some inspirational and energizing or even spiritual experience with a Leo. Because Leo got the Ace of Wands. Both of you are in your element. Both of you aces. I find that very cool. But back to the Ace of Swords here for you, Aquarius. This is like new intellectual insights and inspirations. And I feel like almost genius kind of coming in for you Aquariuses. You know, so things that you've been mind boggled with, you know, you might have been stumped with. Now is the time around this Gemini new moon where you're going to feel that aha moment, that, oh my gosh, I feel a sense of, yes, achievement, you know, score, you know, I got it. So a sense of victory. Okay, so that's beautiful here. And messages are going to be clear for you. You know, where there has been doubt, there's going to be a lot of clarity showing up around this new moon. Pay attention to the signs, Aquarius. Pay attention to the signs. And last but not least, Pisces. The sun. Pisces, you get the sun here. So this is a very bright energy for you, Pisces. This new moon is giving you, I feel like, this sort of happy-go-lucky sort of feeling and sort of drive. This happy-go-lucky drive for you around this new moon. Really utilize that, Pisces. If you're not really feeling that around this new moon, you know, spend some time out in the daylight, in the sunshine. I feel like that could be really good for you guys. Really brighten your aura and just make your body, your physical body, feel better. And with the sun here too, it is about, Pisces, expressing your truth, expressing what makes you happy, you know, your nostalgic sort of places, what brings you that childlike wonder and that imaginative sort of side that, you know, children have, that really youthful and innocent, imaginative skills and mindset that children have. That is being brought up for you and is going to serve you well around this new moon. So a lot of sort of happy-go-lucky energy just really coming at you, and you're really being encouraged to self-express and to profess your truth and make light of it. Find the light and happy moments, because they will be there for you, Pisces. They will be there on the 13th. Boom. All right, that is all the signs here. That concludes the reading, y'all. I hope this was very inspirational and helpful for all of you. We have the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so that's awesome to see and kind of end with. So woot woot. Before I close out here, y'all, I do want to show off a little bit. Okay, so you know I like to add, and I've been adding on, you know, some things to my Etsy shop, and so I have to show you the bath salts here. Okay, so organic bath salts. These ones are the Starlight Love and Harmony. They have rose petals in them as well, rose and sandalwood scented. It's just beautiful mix, and I believe in baths so much because baths are where I can relax like the best and achieve or receive more my intuitive insights and messages is whenever I'm in water. So that's why I'm passionate about it. And bath salts, but also bath bombs. This one is like my favorite. This bath bomb is the patchouli and lime one, and this is the earth dragon. So spiritually, it's really good for attracting more wealth and grounding and, you know, money and just that sense of abundance and luck. And then lavender, you know, you can't go wrong with lavender. Lavender is a very spiritual and calming and relaxing one. This one is the water dragon bath bomb. And so the spiritual properties, you know, are very much about connection and depth and getting in that intuitive space. So I had to show those off. I will put my Etsy link below. So if you are interested in getting one of those, boom, there you have it. There is a sale for those going on right now for at least another week in the shop. So if you are interested, boom, hop on that sale. And if any of you are interested in doing a personal reading with me, all that information will be below, including my email, all right? I will see my lovely peoples, all of you, in the next video. Ta-ta.